How to speak to a narcissist when they try to manipulate you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get real. There's a moment we've all faced, a moment when you're dealing with someone who twists your words, shifts the blame, and makes you question your reality. That's manipulation. And sometimes that manipulation comes from someone with a narcissistic mindset. But here's what I want you to hear today. You are stronger than their control. You have the power to stand your ground, to hold your truth, and to rise above the manipulation. Because the moment you take control of how you respond, that's the moment you win. So, how do you speak to a narcissist when they try to manipulate you? With strength, with clarity, with absolute unshakable certainty. You see, narcissists thrive on emotional reactions. They want you to get defensive, to question yourself, to doubt your worth. But listen to me. You do not negotiate your self-worth. You do not explain your boundaries. You do not give them the emotional response they crave. Instead, you do three things. Stay calm and composed. When they push, you don't push back. You stand still. Power isn't in reaction, it's in control. Set firm, clear boundaries. Say what you mean what you say. No explanation, no justification. Detach emotionally. They want you tangled up in the game. So don't play. Be like a mountain, solid, unmovable. The moment you step into this mindset, something incredible happens. You become untouchable. Their words lose their power. Their manipulation falls flat because you know who you are. So today, make a decision. Decide that no one gets to control your emotions, your peace, or your self-worth. You own that. You're in charge of your energy. You're unshakable. And the next time a narcissist tries to manipulate you, you'll look them in the eye, not with fear, not with anger, but with the unbreakable confidence of someone who knows their power. We're free and they're not. And with power and love together, and you see a narcissist ready to go bust away, you are not afraid. Power is in control, not reaction. Listen to me. Power isn't in what happens to you. It's in how you respond. Because when a narcissist tries to manipulate you, they're looking for one thing, your reaction. They want to push your buttons. They want you to lose control. They want you to explode, to break down, to defend yourself. And the moment you do that, they win. But you're not here to be controlled. You're here to own your power. And that means one thing. You don't react. You respond with strength, with certainty, with absolute control over your emotions. Because when you control yourself, you control the entire situation. Think about this. Have you ever seen a mountain react to the wind? The storm rages, the winds howl, but the mountain, it doesn't move. It doesn't fight back. It just stands, strong, unshaken. And that's exactly who you need to be. The narcissist will test you. They'll throw accusations. They'll twist your words. They'll try to make you feel small. And the old you might have taken the bait. The old you might have defended yourself. But the new you sees the game for what it is. And when they push, you don't push back. You just stand in total control. Because your power doesn't come from proving anything to them. It comes from knowing exactly who you are. Your silence, that's power. Your calmness, that's power. Your ability to hear their words without letting them shake you, that's power. Because here's the truth. Narcissists can only manipulate people who let them. And you don't play their game. Every time they push and you don't flinch, you're rewiring your brain. You're training yourself to stand taller, to stay grounded, to own your energy instead of handing it over to someone else. Because the real battle isn't with them. The real battle is with. And let me tell you something, you are stronger than you think. You've survived everything that was meant to break you. You've made it through storms you never thought you'd get through. And now it's time to claim your power once and for all. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them a reaction. You don't owe them your energy. What you do owe is to yourself, to be unshakable, to be in control, to be the kind of person who no longer lets anyone else dictate how they feel. Set boundaries and stick to them. Boundaries aren't just something you say, they're something you live. They're something you enforce. Because let me tell you something, if you don't set boundaries, someone else will set them for you. and it won't be in your favor. A narcissist thrives on crossing lines. They test you, they push you, they find out where your limits are and then try to see if they can move them. And if they can, if you bend even just a little, that's it. They know they have control. So what do? You get crystal clear on what you will and will not accept. And you make it non-negotiable. If you say, I will not tolerate disrespect, then that's it. You don't tolerate it. You don't make excuses. You don't let them slide just because they didn't mean it. And if you can communicate what matters, like for me, I've installed some of the things you said. You know what? I have it in. A boundary is not a request, it's a declaration. It's you deciding what is and isn't okay in your world. And let me tell you something. When you enforce your boundaries, people will test you. They will push back. And that's where most people break, but not you, because you understand something powerful. If someone gets mad at your boundary, that's proof that you needed it in the first place. And if they walk away because you stand firm, good. That means they were never meant to be in your life at all. A narcissist will try to make you feel guilty for having boundaries. They'll call you selfish. They'll say you're overreacting. They'll try to flip the script to make you the bad guy. But guess what? That's just another trick. That's just them trying to keep control. But you see it now. You see right through it, and you do not budge. Not for them, not for anyone. Because the truth is, if someone truly respects you, they will respect your boundaries. And if they don't, they were never on your side to begin with. This is your life, your energy, your peace. And from this moment forward, you protect it with everything you've got. You are no longer available for manipulation. You are no longer available for toxicity. You are no longer available for people who don't respect your boundaries, period. And that, my friend, is what real power looks like. Detach emotionally. Emotional detachment is not weakness. It's not apathy. It's power. It's the ability to stand in front of someone who is trying to manipulate you and feel nothing. No anger, no guilt, no need to prove yourself. Because the moment you detach, the moment you stop giving them access to your emotions, they lose control over you. Think about it. Why does a narcissist manipulate? It's not just about power. It's about emotional control. They want to make you feel something, anger, shame, confusion. They feed off your emotional responses like fuel. But what happens when you stop reacting? When you stop feeding them? They starve. They panic. They lose their grip. And suddenly the power shifts back to you. Because here's what you have to understand. When you react emotionally, you are letting them write your story. You are allowing them to dictate how you feel, how you think, how you see yourself. And that ends. From now on, you train yourself to detach. You stop reacting to their words. You stop explaining yourself. You stop justifying your truth. You stop playing their game. You become an observer, not a participant. The next time they try to guilt trip you, you watch, you don't absorb. The next time they try to twist the truth, you acknowledge but don't engage. The next time they try to provoke you, you respond with calm, unshakable energy. Because the moment you master detachment, you become untouchable. They will try harder at first. They will push buttons they know used to work. They will throw every trick at you. But guess what? It doesn't work anymore. Because you have stepped into a new version of yourself. A version that sees the manipulation coming from a mile away and refuses to play. A version that values peace over drama, clarity over confusion, and self-respect over approval. And once you learn this, there's no going back. They no longer control you, you control you. Do not negotiate your self-worth. Listen to me, your worth is not up for debate. Not now, not ever. And definitely not in a conversation with someone who thrives on tearing you down. A narcissist wants you to question yourself. That's their strategy. Because the moment you start wondering, am I good enough? Am I the problem? They win. They have you exactly where they want you. Doubting yourself, seeking their validation, handing over your power. But you don't play that game anymore. From this moment on, your self-worth is not non-negotiable. It's not something you defend. It's not something you explain. It's not something you put in the hands of someone else, because you already know the truth. You are worthy just as you are, period. And let's be real, a narcissist will try to chip away at that. They will criticize you. They will diminish your accomplishments. They will make you feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough. But let me tell you something powerful. What they say about you says nothing about you. It only reveals who they are. Understand, when you decide that I am this, I produce this, I am this person. Because confident, secure people, they lift others up. They celebrate success. They empower, encourage, and inspire. And a narcissist, they do the opposite. Because deep down, they are terrified. Terrified that you might wake up one day and realize you never needed their approval in the first place. And that day is, from this moment forward, you remind yourself of this every single day. You are enough. You are worthy. You are whole. And no one gets to make you feel otherwise. The only validation you need is your own. The only approval that matters is yours. The only person who defines your worth. And when you own that truth, you become unstoppable. Use strategic communication. There's a secret weapon when dealing with a manipulative narcissist. It's not yelling. It's not proving yourself. It's not outsmarting them in an argument. It's strategic communication. Because here's the truth. A narcissist thrives on chaos. They love emotional reactions. They want drama. They want to pull you into long, exhausting conversations where they twist reality, shift blame, and drain your energy. But you don't give them that anymore. From now on, your words are short, direct, emotionless. You don't over-explain. You don't defend. You don't justify. They say something to provoke you. You say, I hear you. They try to guilt trip you. Say, that's your opinion. They twist your words. You say, that's not what I said. No back and forth, no engagement in their drama, no energy wasted. Because the second you start explaining, they start controlling the conversation. The second you react emotionally, they take charge. But when you communicate with clarity and detachment, you stay in control. It's not about winning an argument. It's about ending the game before it even starts. Expect resistance, but don't back down. Let me tell you something. When you start standing up for yourself, when you start setting boundaries, when you start refusing to be manipulated, a narcissist is not going to take it lightly. They will test you hard. At first, they might pretend they don't care. They don't care. Then they'll harder. They'll poke. They'll push. They'll find new ways to get under your skin because they are not. But here's what you need to remember. This is the test. This is where most people break. Most people cave. Most people fall right back into old patterns because it's easier. But you are not most people. This is where you hold the line. This is where you refuse to bend. This is where you show them without a single doubt that the old version of you is gone. They will throw everything at you. They will call you selfish. They will gaslight you. They will guilt trip you. And all you have to do is stand firm. Because the moment they realize their tactics no longer work on you, that's when you win. Know who you are. When you know who you are, when you truly know your worth, your power, your truth, no one can manipulate you, no one can break you, no one can make you doubt yourself. And that is the key. That is the real power. Because narcissists don't target strong people. They target people who don't realize they're strong. They target people who are still searching for their worth in the wrong places. But you're different now. You see the truth. You are no longer looking for validation outside yourself. You are no longer questioning your strength. You are no longer willing to shrink to make someone else feel powerful. You are solid, grounded, unshakable. And the moment you step into that truth, the moment you own who you are with absolute certainty, you become. Because they can try their old tricks, they can use their same tactics, but none of it works anymore. You are no longer controlled. You are no longer manipulated. You are no longer available for their games because you know who you are. And that It makes you unstoppable. Own your power, own your life. Listen to me. This is your life, your mind, your energy, and no one gets to control that but you. For too long, you may have given your power away. You may have let someone else dictate your emotions, your worth, your reality. But today that ends. Because today, you take back what has always been yours. You now understand the game. You see the manipulation for what it is. You know that narcissists don't seek connection, they seek control. But guess what? They can't control you anymore. Because you no longer react, you respond. You no longer explain, you stand firm. You no longer give them your emotions, you protect your energy. You no longer negotiate your worth, because your worth is not up for discussion. This is the turning point. This is the moment where you step into your strength, where you stop waiting for someone else to change and start making the changes within yourself. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. People will resist. They will push back. They will try to make you feel guilty for standing in your power. But let me tell you something. If someone has a problem with your boundaries, it's because they benefited from you not having them. Let them go. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them watch as you rise. Because this is your rise. This is your transformation. This is you stepping into a new version of yourself. The version that refuses to be manipulated, refuses to be controlled, refuses to be anything less than powerful. And from this moment forward, you don't just speak differently, you live differently. You walk with confidence, you communicate with strength. You hold your head high, knowing that you are in control of your own life. You are strong, you are unshakable, you are. Now go out there and own your power. Sorry.